why I'm very unprepared, because shame. He's sick and I'm his adopted mother, essentially. So shame. I just kind of wanted to come here and say we love what Kudzo does. We really do. We're always happy to back it. I'm not sure if you guys know a little bit about different.org. So we're a crowdfunding platform that helps fundraise for great organizations like Kudzo. And I think this is probably our second or third project we've had with Kudzo. And this year, for Mandela Day, the activists, it's all about the activists, to be honest. They helped fundraise, I think, about 199,000 for this project out of the 200,000. So that's, the activists are actually the main winners here. We just give them a platform to do what they can do. So that, we're just so happy that this project's going ahead, and that I don't really have much more to say. I'm just kind of hoping the partnership between Kudzo and different.org can continue to flourish. And yeah, thank you for everyone being here.
Wow, another round of applause. So thank you so much. It is quite impressive that we managed to raise that much money. It is impressive. And I'd really like to thank different.org on behalf of Kudzo for the amazing work that you're doing, and the fact that you've been funding such initiatives. And it's really amazing, honestly speaking, and it's impactful, it's innovative, and kudos to you. Kudos. Okay, so our next speaker will be Miss Isabel, if I'm getting it. Candace. I'm so sorry. From SewAfrica Fashion College. Thank you.
Like I should be more. Thank you very much. Gosh, a week ago we didn't know who you guys were. We know one person. We have an ex-alumni from our college, so welcome. Thank you. We are a sewing and fashion design college, and we're actually up the road in Kudzo. So if you ever need a fashion capital, we're literally right across the road. Come and visit. We open Monday to Friday for our full-time and short courses, and we have Saturday part-time courses as well. So if you know anybody that's interested, we have been in that area since about 2001, and we started as to answer the call for skill shortage, especially in the manufacturing and textiles industry. And then we've just grown. So we have full-time courses that are accredited with FPN and CETA for now, and we move over to occupational qualifications Our short courses are run Monday to Friday, and that's what I'll be talking about now, and it's one of the projects that we're working on with you guys. And then we have our part-time courses, and we do everything industrial and domestic sewing, as well as pattern making. And while everybody thinks that you need to sew, pattern making is also important. So to touch a little bit on who we are, I took ownership of SewAfrica a year ago in April, and one of the key things for me is to be able to give back and to make an impact. So to be standing here today, it's giving me goosebumps, because this is exactly what we want to be part of. We obviously have, we obviously have students who pay for their own tuition, but we want to get to a point where we're able to offer, we do offer leaderships currently, but we would like to get to the point where we can offer bursaries and scholarships to students that potentially can't afford to pay for themselves. So we're working on that, and we're trying to understand the funding landscape. But our biggest thing is to make an impact. We don't want our students to come and train with us, walk out the door, and we never have engagement with them again. So we want to be able to create those good ripples, and hopefully it creates that. So why are we here? We're here because we are offering, so we do have some of these slides, if you guys can have a look at them, but we're offering some of the ladies the dressmaking short course. It's a 1-month program, and it covers everything you need to know with regards to sewing. So we cover basic sewing, skirt, shirt, trousers, jacket, and wedding gown. Alright? Wedding dress, sorry, wedding dress. Which with the course it inserts. And if you've done that course, it literally sets you up to be able to start your own Depends who you talk to. In America, they call them sewists. We call them seamstresses and trainers. But you can literally start your own business, or even get employment through a CMT or the textiles and manufacturing. So it's a really exciting course for us. We do offer the same modules on a part-time basis, but it obviously takes a lot longer. So you can do the intensive course in a month, really sets you up with
Give it up for these courses sound enticing. I'd really like to know more. Okay, so we would like to introduce Miss Pinky from Legal Meets Creativity. Thank you.
Here, ne? Better for videos. Better for videos. Taking off the canvas, I'll just do a young walk. So, I'm wearing a suit today, right? That's intentionally big. You know why? Because I heard that we have 10 designers. And I was like, I want them to see me today, because I hope in 6 months' time I'll stand here again and I'll be dressed by you guys with something that fits. Is that a deal? I didn't even remove this thing. I thought I'm gonna go just like that, because I'm going to professionals, and I want you guys to remember this, right? That Pinky came up here and she said in 6 months she wants to be dressed by you guys, right? Firstly, thank you so much for inviting me to Kudzo Foundation. Goodness, what you guys are doing is impeccable. Impeccable. Even when people speak about you guys, the reviews are amazing. And that's because your work speaks for itself. You know, the impact you're driving, the smiles with your stuff putting together, the show, you know, this beauty here, even the help that came in, you know, it's from people that want to help because they see the impact that you're doing. Now, who is Pinky? My name is Pinky Mugemani, and I am an attorney. Now, I'm an attorney because of circumstances, how I grew up. I wanted to be an actress, actually, but then that didn't work out because I'm from a household where GBV and domestic violence was how I grew up. So from how I saw my mom suffer, you know, that lack of access to justice, access to information. I mean, we had a home that we eventually had to sell, fortunately, not lose, that we eventually had to sell. But if she had the right legal advice and so on, she could have gotten us out of that situation, you know. Yes, deadbeat father, you know the story. I could go on into that, but that's not what I want to give you. What I want to give you today is that no matter the mess or no matter the beauty, there's always a gem out of it. My gem was being an attorney and finding that with my legal background and with my pain, there's actually beauty, right? And that's the story I want to give today. When Dineo gave me the 10 names for, I'm getting emotional because I'm just thinking about you guys now. When Dineo gave me the 10 names of the ladies who are going to be part of this program, and she said to me that you guys have been unemployed, I just wondered, like, what have you been up to in the time when you were unemployed? What was going through your minds? What pain are you sitting with that you're not even going to speak about, right? That you might think is going to hinder you, not knowing that it's going to drive the next 6 months and beyond. And that's where I come in as a legal advisor. So my role to the 10 young ladies, I said to Janelle that I don't want it to just be for 6 months. I want us to start envisioning a future beyond the 6 months. When you see your program in front of you, thank you guys. When you see the program in front of you, you can already see the stakeholders that are making this dream happen. Now, remember we spoke about what's igniting you to be here today, right? Even if you don't have it, tonight when you're sleeping or tomorrow, find it, because that's what's going to drive the 6 months and beyond. Find it, bring it back to us, because this is a teamwork thing. You as the 10 young ladies, even the problems that you discover, you'll find that it's problems that you're all facing. You're actually an image of one woman who'll be doing things through the voice of 10. So now it's a part where you guys have to establish under Kudzo, under STITCHPRENEUR, what is our role for the 6 months and beyond. We already see our stakeholders. We know we have Kudzo. We know we have 2 different other organizations that are already showing us that they're on board. What value do we now give back to them? You know, it mustn't always be about what are we getting, what are we getting. What do we give back to them? You're getting a month course that's going to set you up for the world, right? You have an attorney on board, so I mean even your contractual work, that's going to be small stuff. And you're going to get that done. Why? We've seen how too many black women, black families have suffered because things are not formalized, right? We open up in the back room, you never worry about this, that. Now we want to judge people like Makazi, people like Sean Keezer from Durban about tax and so on. Goodness, how many of us know about budgets? How many of us know about budgets? I admit now that I don't know, but that's because I've spent some money recklessly. Even money from funders, right? Coming back again to Kudzo. Why it's important for us to do things as a collective, noting who's already on board, and that's how we build the vision. So that's where Pinky Legal comes in. My focus is black women, particularly, because I know as a black woman, you're already covering nations. I know you're covering your household. I know you're covering at church. I know even in the text you must keep peace. So I know that as a black woman, if we cover you, if we equip you with the right legal skills, and I'm not talking about your contract for when you're now starting your big enterprise. No, we start from a will, basics of having a will. How many of us have wills? How many of us still living with the stigma of you can't have a will because you have nothing? You can have a will that talks about your body. You can have a will that talks about how you want your burial to go, where you want your kids to go. You know that family member who hates your guts, and if anything happens now, your kids are screwed. A will can talk about that. You can be that fashion house who, yes, all I have right now is STITCHPRENEUR. It's starting off, but I also now have a will. And in my will, I've noted that in 6 months, I'll be qualified. I'll have a qualification. I'll have support for this. And for my kids, this is the future I'm building. So that's the vision I hope that we can build together. I can only bring the legal foundation to something that's built here. And shout out to Kudzo for igniting the seed. Shout out to you guys for being here. I'm going to type right there to note that I'm going to be here next 6 months, so I'm looking forward to my next suit. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Pinky, for joining the team, collaborating with our vision as Kudzo. It is truly an honor to find such souls in this world who really, truly will aim to become better, to do better, to create better. So I would like to call up someone who's very important in this whole event. She is the manager of the Miss Impilo shelter, and it is Miss
I'll break my back. Good day, everyone. My name is Nonhlanhla Zulu. I'm the manager for Youth and Adult at Risk here at MES. Youth and Adult at Risk, it's a program where we cover the skills development, we cover the shelters, we cover the Grow project where we recruit clients to clean up the street of Hillbrow. So I'm managing the shelters, the skills development, and the health team. I would like to say thank you so much, or congratulations to you guys, Kudzo Foundation. We started working with Kudzo in 2022 after the lockdown. Our first project was all about the project ID. Then next year they came back with the project of ID, it was the same project, and also there was a project where they brought someone, I can't remember the name, Simba. Yes, there was a project, they trained, I think 30 per month, 30 beneficiaries from us. This is a homeless shelter here. We normally go out in the street for recruitment, it's Pamandla. She's coordinating the project where we called mobile showers. Yes. We recruit from the street. Normally, we come across for someone who says, I'm now done with drugs. I need your assistance. That's why we come in. So we'll bath the client first from the street, then Spamandla will bring that client here. So for Kudzo Foundation partnering with us, we know most of the people who are on the street, they normally lose their documents, their IDs, their certificates, of which, if I remember correctly, last year we assisted 100 and something, ne? It was 180. Yes. This year again, they came back with the caregiver course for 30 beneficiaries. We're partnering with the Save the Children, right? Yes. So we really appreciate your good work, guys. I know to you maybe it might seem like no, we're still young, we're still not famous, but your work sometimes it always assists us every time. We are very grateful for you. I also wish you all the best for this STITCHPRENEUR. Yes, for this new project again. I know we always partner, because even now you did not left us aside. You always call to say, guys, do we have maybe 2 clients from your shelter, so that we can also put them on our project. So guys, thank you so much, and congratulations also. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Mam Zulu. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much. So now to the man of the moment, Mr. Simba. Let's welcome him.
That's just dance, guys. Okay. Guys, just to start this, because we're just getting started, right? Trust me. Please just clap hands for each and every one. Pinky, yeah, I'm more emotional right now. You know, thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone that has just spoken. Thank you so much. Even just when you got in here and you're like, no, we want to help. You know, the stress was like, yeah, somewhere here. I'm like, oh my God, now this is the end. You understand? You know, because, you know, the first impressions do last, right? But I would say that the impression that you gave us as a family, as Kudzo Foundation, as Miss Impilo Shelter, being patient with us and understanding that, you know, this is more than just the bottom line. This is the heart and the hands being put together to make a dream work. You know, for me, I was like, lesson learned, this is the vision. You understand? So thank you so much. On behalf of Dineo, our CEO, she will be with us very soon. Please be patient with her. But she does send her regards, and she does send, like, with utmost gratitude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so just a small story, because we need to know. Kudzo Foundation, all right. So, Kudzo Foundation's story started informally it started in 2016. It was student-led, student-pioneered NPO at UJ under the community engagement department, right? So most of the people that you see in maroon t-shirts are also part of the community engagement family. So this is a structure that is under the university that allows students to do what we call community engagement or community service, right? So as some of them have grown, some of them have become leaders within the social work department, PR department. Some of them have become social entrepreneurs, like yours truly. Thank you. Yes. Yes, but we're not limited to, certain professions, because some are engineers, some are, like from various, disciplines and faculties. Yes. So the whole point of what we saw was that, as you know, the Dromfontein campus is a place that is a hotspot for homelessness, right? It is people who are in positions which we may think to say, but why is the person there? Couldn't they be serious with their life? Sometimes we say these things, not necessarily because we mean them, but sometimes there's this subconscious, default setting that we also become ashamed of after thinking, how are you thinking? You understand? Because you're trying to protect yourself, But then the conscious mind comes in and says, but why are they there? Maybe let me go and talk to that particular person. So 2016, July, very cold, coming from what we call Crossline, basically all that stuff, right? And it's by the bridge, by Joe Slovo Bridge and Saratoga Avenue. The next thing, I'm going to raise, and I'm like, okay, I'm here complaining about how cold it is. But the guys were sleeping. They don't even have, those what we call the 2-in-1, right? Get there, right? I'm even saying, okay, I hope I'm gonna have, enough money for a loaf of bread and, coffee, right? They don't have, okay? So I'm like, okay, here I am complaining about the nitty-gritties of life, the soft life, the soft, but they actually need my help, So that's where the journey started. That's where the dream got incubated. 3 years later, we realized something that, I think, always ask, let me make it interactive, right? So the first thing that you think of doing is, let me give them, what did you think of giving them? Food, right? Right. But the next thing is that you're gonna go there again, and again, and again, until you get frustrated and say, but can't you do something? You understand? So, but what if we take a step back and we say, okay, maybe the reason why unemployment, inequality, and poverty is happening is because maybe they don't have access to public services, right? Your education, your housing, everything. Now, for you to access those things, what is the foremost thing that is needed? An ID, right? Exactly. So, something that we've taken for granted for a long time, since our matriculation days, right? Is the very thing by which without that you cannot access any form of public service, right? And maybe you thought maybe you were like, we're just theorizing these things. Until at some point, and I'll honor this profound gentleman. He's the head of community engagement at GJ. His name is Pastor Andy Ballard. He's the one that introduced us to Reverend Kudzo Foundation. He's the regional manager for NES as a whole, right? Organization. Who then introduced us to Mamzulu, and then the relationship started going forward. Thank you so much. And I remember talking with them, with the boardroom, and he said, okay, what we want to do is that we don't want to compete, or we don't want to reinvent the wheel. What we want to do is complement. Because if there's anything we've learned is that in community building organizations, collaboration is something that is, that creates growth more than maybe in the business sector. Because in the business sector, like we said, it's the bottom line, right? So we're not here to, that's what they always say, we're not a charity organization, it's about the bottom line. But now, we're like, okay, we're the charity organization. But some of us are busy acting like that. Busy now. Exactly. Because maybe it's glamorous, right? But just this, what we're seeing here, this dream come true, this dream worked out, by a willing heart and able hands, I'm like, this is exactly what community building is about. This is exactly what we learn at UJ as far as, community service is concerned. I mean, they can testify. So now, what we can say is that, okay, step one, they have an ID. Then now we can go step two, social security, right? Do they have a SASA number so that they can get the grant and the likes? Step three, for employment sake, or any transactional sake, we need to have a card. So we had a program that we also passed through here with Standard Bank to do what we call a financial literacy program. And there's another organization called Outbound Media in partnership with Assurance. They also developed this for another financial literacy course. I think it was 30 per cohort at that time. And then step number 4, that's when you get into skills education and training. I think we did with Nemisa, was it last year? Last year, the digital entrepreneurship, right? And I think also we started also last year with Caregiver, and then Save the Children, SA, we did that. So that's step 4, skills education and training. And then step 5 now is entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship development and job placement. And STITCHPRENEUR, right? Because we're saying that per sector, there are stakeholders that are there. Where we need information, training, right? Level 4, level 5. So you'll be like, okay, so which level is it exactly? That's the point. The levels have to be intertwined. It's a journey, right? You cannot say, okay, this is step 1 and then step 2 starts. Sometimes step 2 starts when step 1 ends, like that, right? It's consecutive. The reason why I'm giving you this 5-step process is that you know that, okay, so this is where STITCHPRENEUR is coming in, or is being aided by previous, we're getting to another level. You understand? That's where we're now coming in and saying, okay, for those who are, like I would love to say, those with the passion for fashion, right? What we need from you is not just the training for job placement. Okay? One day, I'd love to see you with a Yoko machine or a Ecoca machine or a machine from any favorite brand, right? And the text it is, and you say, okay, you can come in. Right. So we're speaking about you, right? So this information is being right away. Yes. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe coincidence means God at work. Yeah, and just going incognito. You know what I mean? Yes. So yes, what we're talking about now is this STITCHPRENEUR means that it's not just a training for you to say, okay, now I need to go with the job. Even if you do, this is the challenge I'm setting upon each and everyone who's going to be benefited. Even if you do, 6 months, 1 year, maybe 2, right? But at the end of the day, let the entrepreneur, let the businesswoman, let that fire burn from within until you're saying that, you know what, I don't want to see the so-and-so names, the David so-and-sos to be the ones that are going to play in good, right? I want to be there. I want to be at that point where if it's school uniforms that I know I'm going to be bringing with a different type of design, right? I'm going to be there. Let me not wait for someone to instill that dream. The dream is already here and the dream is now. So like I said, sometimes what it starts with is that fire and the, a point of sale machine and a book just to keep your set. Call it a ledger, right? Yeah, so I think those books, are less than 100, right? Because no one is actually, people like Kudzo Foundation, People like different ingredients. People like SewAfrica can come in and train you all in as far as the profession is concerned, as far as the industry is concerned. But ultimately, entrepreneurship has to be that fight. Entrepreneurship has to be self-taught. Entrepreneurship has to say, okay, how can I get the edge over the next or the best person within that particular industry? Right? That's all I'll have to say. Where am I getting this lesson? From our mothers. Our mothers were selling tomato, onions, everything. You understand? And the way they would manage to save money, make sure that everything is kept in the house. Yeah? At the same time, the business is growing enough to even fend for university for some of us. You understand? That was amazing. This was entrepreneurship at its most basic level. It can be scaled up. You understand? So I'm not just speaking, English as if you know. I'm saying the things that you already know, the businesses that you already know, they've got the same principles. You start small, but dream big, right? And execute smart. Start small, dream big, execute smart. Okay? Guys, that was right. So, the 5-step process, we're all in this, right? Are we all in it?
Yes.
ID, social security, bank card, skills education and training, and then entrepreneurship development and job placement. So these have to work hand in hand because we have to learn this thing as we go. Okay? So alright, so in this 6-month interval journey, right? That's going to go 6 months, the next 6 months, and the next 6 months, right? You are going to be going through not just a course where you are attending school at SewAfrica College, but you also have to be doing the practicals here. Okay? They're going to come, right? And they're going to see what you're going to do at the studio, which everyone's going to see. Right? A beautiful studio customer. And basically what we're going to do is this. When you blow up, you're going to say, thank you, Miss Introduction. Thank you, Dr. Thank you, SewAfrica College. Thank you, Kudzo Foundation. And ultimately, thank you, Lord. So yes, without further ado, I think this is the part where we have a little break here. And after that, we're going to go to the studio where the work is going to be done. Where, yeah, we're going to see this customers and do this. I can't explain it. Trust me. Okay? Thank you so much.
Wow, what a day.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's actually amazing how you don't actually get to understand the power of having all of this come together. And like the preparations, you're just in the middle of everything, and then when it finally happens, you're like, what? It's happening, actually? I'll tell you a story. Steve Jobs says that, the most powerful person in the world is a storyteller. I know we don't have enough time, but, while we're just preparing for all this with the volunteers, with our stakeholders, I've got a 3-month-old baby, breastfeeds by the way. So it's just a lot, it can get too much. But I'm just so grateful that everything just, happened. Happy moments, by the way. Okay, so, wow. Thank you to all our stakeholders, to everyone, who managed to come today. I'll start, I don't know whether to start with the ones that are this side, going this way. I'll start with Miss. Thank they mention us in rooms where we like, okay, wow, you know, and that's different.org. Thank you so much for being able to even, you know, be part of this and not just, you know, it's different when you are able to fund someone, give them the money and enable them to do what they want to do to create an impact. But for you to even just make time to be here, that really means a lot.
That's so
Yes, thank you, baby! You understand that I've only met her like once, I think last year, same time last year then at Youth Day, and I'm like, she's a firecracker. She's like, you know, when she enters the room, you're like, yeah. You know, yeah, you she's got such a presence, you know. I know I wasn't available when you know you said what you were saying, you spoke what you were speaking about. But thank you for coming, you know, all the way just to be here with us. We really, really appreciate it. To the people that knit things together, they put them, you know, in place. Not just that, but they offer skills, you know, to enable people who can't to, you know, to do that. I know we haven't really, like this is the first time we're meeting in person actually. So the power of AI, of technology, can you imagine? So thank you for responding to my emails on time. Yes. Thank you for just also being prompt actually with your responses. And just sharing the knowledge that you have. I know there's so much that we still need to do. This is just, you know, the right step, a step in the right direction. So I'm truly, truly grateful for that. We are truly grateful for that. Very to the clients and beneficiaries, this wouldn't have been possible without you. We are, you know, you can't even begin to speak about STITCHPRENEUR without you guys. Like, it can't, like, there's no, you know, two cannot have pen in proper English, you know. So thank you so much, we really appreciate it, for making time to be here with us. And just, I know sometimes you look at yourself and you're like, how can I still make life continue? How can I express the God in me? Is there a God in me to begin with? You know, how can I share the life that I have with others around me? And I believe STITCHPRENEUR is actually an opportunity for you guys to express yourselves in that particular way. So let the creativity begin. Yeah, and to my most favorite people in the room.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite people, Kudzo Nation.
Oh, yeah.
Please give them a round of applause. Yeah, we stress them a lot. Hey, sometimes you tell them things last minute, but they still show up. So thank you so much, from the decor to, like, you know, the setup to just making this what it is today. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Lastly, to our chairperson over there. Yeah. Thank you. Denise. She's the lady behind the camera who puts everything together, content creation. My English bundles are running out. I don't know if it's a breastfeeding. Yeah. Like, I don't know, but yeah, it is what it is. So right now this is like our last session. We're going to do the ribbon cutting so that you guys can see where the sewing is going to be happening. So, I'm not sure, I think I'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yay! Oh,
that new word. So this
Surprise!
is amazing. You guys look like a group of creatives.
this is a new capital.
Wow. So it means we had you in mind, and we really hope that it can inspire you to do better, be better, and just do the things. You understand? We just hope that we'll leave you in a better, position than today. You understand? So whether it's 6 months down the line, a year down the line, we'll officially be able to say, you know what? Wow. Remember that day when we cut that ribbon? It made a difference. So this is it to STITCHPRENEUR.
To the beneficiaries, to the clients, any words? You know what I'm asking? I'll tell you another secret here. I think after the one, because volunteers have to go back to campus, right? Those who are working in making sure that this place is beautiful. And we'd love to thank once again STITCHPRENEUR Shelter for putting us this particular room. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. So,
Exactly. That's how it
So remember the 3-month-old baby that someone was speaking about? Yeah, and the 3-year-old boy also. So they were here until 9 o'clock. Just going around, just trying to find out what everything is going on. Yeah. So you can see even the heart of wanting to help. So I'm saying that there's a lot of hearts that are involved in it. Okay? Let not this be a way of putting pressure on you, but let it be like the fuel to inject, and propel you to greater heights, guys. This is your home. This is your home. When you see these beautiful faces coming in and saying, guys, so what's up? What's happening? Where are we? What we're learning at college? If you come here, please give them the time you need. Listen, I know this is the best story yet to be written. You understand? Yet to be published to the rest of the nation. Don't just think Johannesburg. Don't just think Gauteng province. Think Africa. You understand? Think South Africa. Think Africa. Okay? Think the world. You understand? Please, guys, remember what we said that start small, dream big, yeah, and work smart here. You understand? So thank you so much to SewAfrica. I hope this cuts it. Yes, there are certain standards I believe that need to be met. So I hope if there's any improvements that need to be done, don't hesitate to call us. Yes. Ms. Pink, thank you so much for coming. I think yes, everything that you wanted to speak to us, you're gonna speak to us. Yes. And yes, different level. I think
You make our dreams come true.
Like, you actually make your own dreams come true with your ideas. I'm just saying. That's all you. We just provide the platform.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Trust me, my heart is like racing. I was like, I hope they'll like it. I hope they'll like it. I hope they'll like it. So thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. And lastly, Kudzo Nation, the muscle. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. This is I think we've got lots of stuff to write in the report today. Now, these reports we need to write every month, like at the university community engagement department. So I think, there's so there are many other NPOs that they volunteer at, but yes, hands down. Hands down. Kudzo Foundation.
We're taking the cup this year.
So yeah, welcome home.
That's just how we roll. How we roll. Like that. I wanna do it like that. I just